What is going on, everybody? What's going on? Okay, bye, Doge Noodle. Stupid dog. No, I love that guy so much. So, what's going on? Welcome back. It's been forever since I've streamed. I think it's been like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, something like that. And this is going to be relatively short. I just want to go over the season 5 notes because I haven't yet. And I'm very curious what we're going to see. I know it's available for the next couple of days. I've still not gotten on the PTR. I don't know if I'm going to. I just have to see a little bit more going on, and then I'll be like, all right, I'll do it. But if there's going to be another PTR before everything goes on, which is a test server for those that don't know, in case you didn't, something like that happens, then I'll probably jump on the second PTR. But I don't even know what the release date is for season 5. I didn't think that was a thing. Just going to let Discord know real quick that we are live so they can also come join us, have a little bit of fun, and we'll kind of jump into the stuff that we are taking a little gander at. Here we are. Nice. That was stupid. I don't even know how to work Discord anymore. I've had a very fun last week and a half of just stiff. You know what I'm saying? It's been a good time. You know? Let's see. Here we are. Bam. Okay. Now, what we're looking at here is the Diablo 4 Season 5 PTR, what you need to know. I'm going to close this door. At least until my cat gets up and starts screaming at the door to leave. But I expect this to be like 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes. Okay. So we're taking a look at a couple of these things. I just want to make sure everything still looks, yeah, this is pretty clean over there on the right side. I can probably make myself a little bit bigger like that. That way we can enjoy it. All right. Okay. All right. What's going on, Don? How are you, sir? How are you, man? Okay. So you got the whole codex or whatever. I guess that's why they say codex instead of like glossary. All right. There's a new eternal quest line, The Eyes of the Enemy. Season 5 is going to feature a new story where the enemies are cut down, alliances shift, unlikely friends emerge from the shadows. Features a new quest line, takes place after the events of the main quest line, and is available in both realms. Interesting. Head to Hawazar in World Tier 3 or above. Investigate a disturbance among city folk. Okay, so it's a continuation of the story, so that's neat. Already, that's pretty cool. You're looking forward to trying out some of the new builds in Season 5? Should not have tried the PTR, though. It was a terrible experience. I'm glad I haven't yet. I don't know if I'm going to, honestly, so that's okay. I'm going to take everybody else's word for it and not for now, and maybe we'll mess with something later. Infernal Hordes. So Helltides are the beginning of the horrors that are lying in wait. Confront seemingly endless waves. The Infernal Hordes is an activity. It's an activity where you slay hordes. Hold on. There we go. Infernal Hordes is an activity where you slay hordes and earn burning aether to unlock powerful weapons and rewards. Successfully slaying hordes or successfully slay the hordes and you'll be able to fight a new powerful fell council. What's going on, Nick? Dude, how are you? What's up, man? What's up, man? So enter the realm of hatred using an infernal compass. Hell compasses can be found by defeating endgame bosses, Helltides, Nightmare Dungeons, and Whispers. Okay, so they're probably going to drop everywhere, and they're going to increase the drop rate of that by about day 4 of Season 5. I almost guarantee that. Hell Compass will be granted to you upon completing the newest Eternal Quest. Dude, if I'm being completely honest, I still haven't gotten a single Resplendent Spark from Season 4 because I still haven't finished the thing, which is bananas. I forgot to finish the Iron Wolf questline, and I have 3 level 100s, and I still haven't finished it once. So that's an oops on my part. I need to actually do that. Just getting dinner ready. Nice, man. Hope we're doing well. I'm doing okay. I'm doing all right. Yeah, we're doing okay right now. Charles. What's up, dude? How are you? You got one from killing the Uber Duriel with us? I did? Oh, I did not know that. I don't think I realized. That's awesome. And funny that I did not realize that I had one. Hell yeah. Okay. That's cool. Um, so that's actually dope. And I'm assuming this is like the gauntlet or whatever, right? So instead of it being an endless dungeon that you go down or whatever, like pits, for example, where you just repeat and you have a nice gameplay loop there. This one I'm imagining is similar to, I don't remember what they called it. Echoing Nightmares, I think is what it was, or something from Diablo 3. That's what it looks like, because it looks like this is just a stationary room with like doors. Infernal Hordes, oh, it'll tell you everything that it is. Infernal Hordes has time-limited waves lasting 90 seconds each. Collect Aether during them to spend at the end of a successful Infernal run. Okay. At the end of 90 seconds, kill the enemies or kill the remaining enemies and decide between 3 offers. Once selected, the next wave will begin. Interesting. That's kind of cool. Oh my god, these are going to be like modifiers. There's a thing that does this on WoW, like on retail WoW right now, and I don't remember what it is. But if this means it's going to be modifiers, there's also going to be negatives to it. Successfully slay all waves in a tier. You're attempting in order to advance the Well of Hatred, okay? And then battle the Fell Council. Upon defeating them, spend your Aether on Spoils of Hell. Okay? Gonna listen. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a plan, dude. That sounds like a plan, man. So the Infernal offers. So, Hellfire rains upon you. At the end of each wave, spawn 1 to 3 Aether. So Hellfire rains, so it's a positive and a negative, I see. So the negative on this one, it looks like what they show right here is, let's see if I can make that a little bigger. What they're showing right here is if you choose this one, Hellfire is going to be raining on you. So I'm assuming that's going to be like throughout the entire wave. And at the end of each wave, spawn additional Aether. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. What's up? I'm in Wisconsin, drunk as... I love you. I love you too, Melsha. It's good to see you, man. Hell yeah. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself out there, man. That's awesome. So upon defeating each wave, Hell's going to tempt you with an offer. Okay, so there's like a temptation. 3 different boons and banes. All right. So 3 different boons and banes that modify you. That's awesome. Elite damage is increased, but they grant... Okay, so elite damage is increased, but they also grant increased Aether. So more whatever resource. So that's cool. Makes sense. Choose wisely. They will stack across the duration of your run. Many can be active at the same time. That's nice. And then offers are your chance to increase the difficulty in order to earn more Aether. Okay. Or select a modest offer if the intensity is too great. Okay. So I'm assuming there's like 3 levels of it. So you can just be like, do me. Let's go. Fuck me up kind of thing. There's probably like a middle ground, and then there's a safe, like low risk, low risk, low reward, mid, and then high. Wife Melsha's here. Oh, Wife Melsha here. She's a little drunk. Apologize in advance, dude. That's okay. Thank you so much. I'm so glad you guys are here. Yo, welcome as a Noodle Initiate to Charles, dude. Welcome to the official Noodle Gang, bro. Thank you. That's our new member. It did not show up over here because I did not set this scene up very well, but bring, Charles has become a Noodle Initiate. There, I did it for you. That's awesome. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. So earn Aether by slaying fiends, lords, by destroying soul spires. What the hell is a soul spire, I wonder? And etheric masses. Burning Aether is earned individually regardless of playing solo or in a group. This lets you decide how to spend it at the end of your run. Oh, that's neat. So that's cool. And the spoils of hell. Gonna go play some bags. Love you. Hell yeah. You're awesome, dude. You'll be back online Sunday night. I appreciate you. Dude, enjoy. Sing some holes for me, man. I love it. I'm glad you popped in. On a successful run, you'll use Burning Aether to unlock Spoils of Hell. These can be 4 different spoils. So either equipment, materials, gold, or greater equipment. This Spoil of Hell guarantees an item with a greater affix. Why the hell does equipment even exist if greater equipment is there? There's got to be some reason. There has to be some reason you would pick Spoil of Equipment if you can guarantee greater affixes. You know what I mean? Because I don't think there's a single thing on the planet that I would choose over getting any kind of greater affixes. Do you know what those can be worth in the player market? That's bananas. Oh, that reminds me. There was a comment on one of my recent posts, recent videos or something that said that there's no player market. That's woefully incorrect. You can trade now anything, and except for like mythic uniques. So yeah, there's that. So cute. Yeah, done by yours truly. Is that how I say that? Done by Nick is what I'm trying to say. Dude, that thing is amazing. Did we have other conversations going on that I didn't respond to? I'm gonna have to look through my messages when I'm done with this video. Well, look who's live. What's up, Jexer? How are you, man? Dude, I know. I'm sorry. I've been pretty quiet the last like 2 weeks. I've been working on a few things. I may not end up announcing too much to like the community itself, but something pretty dope, pretty big, is going on in my life in the back end. So that's what I've been working on until yesterday. Actually, I'm sorry, this morning, like 10:16 this morning, I officially signed something, which is sick. No, it's not a house or anything like that, but yeah, I'm a happy camper. This is pretty cool. So I've got like 2 to 3 more weeks until some stuff happens, which is dope. And yeah, I'll talk more about that in the future. In the back end, needs some X-Lax. Dude, probably. No, if anything, I need Pepto, man. So there's 8 tiers of Infernal Compasses. Wait, what? Did I just skip down that? Okay, I did. Infernal Compass. The Infernal Horde's Compass. So this looks like it's got more legendary items, more crafting materials. So these are, it says right there, it says that these are affixes. Bonus chests with guaranteed greater drops that cost 250 aethers. So at least it gives you like the target so you don't have, I think, can I still do the thing? Just do it here now so you can purchase the goods. Yes, actually, you definitely can. Dude, oh man, what a pain in the ass the BattleNet launcher was being, because like I even sent you a screenshot of all of it. I was like, well, I have it unlocked and it's like it's supposed to be visible to everybody, but nothing was showing up or whatever. Do not salvage all sigils when you put them in your bag. Okay. I think we wrapped everything up. Just need to shoot me a message if you want to work on anything else. Yeah, do you want anything, by the way? Jaxter, you can definitely you can do the thing that you want to do. I don't have the hold on. If I move this real fast, YouTube alerts is what it's called. Can I copy YouTube alerts and paste YouTube alerts in here like that? Okay. All right. I just activated YouTube alerts on this scene, so maybe that should work. But anyway, so these Jexer over here is about to bomb. He's about to drop a boom. That's amazing. So you pass through the gates as a tier 3, and it said that there's up to 8 tiers of them. There's X amount of revives that are allowed. There's monster level that it shows. Monster level 100 on a tier 3 kind of seems like a pushover. Maybe if it's monster level plus 100 or something. So that's interesting. So that's what those compasses are going to look like. And like Don said, do not salvage your sigils if you have a compass in your bag, because apparently they're only counted, like their item coding is a sigil. So it'll just vanish and you don't get any more compasses on the PTR right now, which is kind of stupid to not be able to test the function that you're there to test. Maybe they'll figure it out. They'll change something before the 5 days left of the PTR is up. But yeah, Nick, do I owe you anything for that? That's just such an awesome emote that you made. And this emote that he made, this Moneybags one, this was made specifically for Jexer. This thing is awesome. Anyway, so there's 8 tiers, which scale in difficulty and world tier. Okay, that's cool. Each compass tier increases the number of waves, starting at 5 for 1, 2, 3, and up to until a maximum of 10 for a tier 8. It also increases the starting difficulty of the monsters, increases the potency of your rewards, while decreasing your number of revives. So obviously it just gets harder and harder, and that's pretty cool. I wonder how this is going to scale with pits, because pit 200 is still up in the air, is it not? Have people finally finished pit 200 on live? I wonder if they have. Yeah, I'm curious. Abyssal Scrolls can be earned and upgraded. Oh, they can be used. My God, that is not how much it was. The D4 Ultimate Expansion is yours. Go ham sandwich. That was a donation of $100. $100. So 2 weeks ago, Jexer was like, hey, you said you were going to get the Diablo 4 expansion. Don't get the expansion. And I was like, okay, I won't. Holy shit, man. That's like not a small. And that's, yeah, exactly like what Nick just said, dude. That is exactly why we have the money bags emote, that this was made. Does that even work like that? Nope, it doesn't. This is not Twitch, so I can't just like copy pasta that. Dude, that's why the money bags was made. It was for Jexer. What the hell? Damn, man. It is not that much money. It was. Hold on. Because it's not $100. It is 90, sir. What the hell? Well, now I have to, so I'm going to have to. I'll be buying that one. Damn, dude. I don't know what to do with you sometimes. Go ham sandwich. Apparently I can like that too. A put user in timeout. I was trying to see if there's a way to like pin it and leave it up there for good. You're ridiculous, man. You are ridiculous. All right, so that's amazing. That's gonna be right after I'm done with this video. Jesus, dude. Got the X back and some platinum for sexy mogs. Dude. Actually true, yes. That's insane. That is absurd. We were trying to figure out how to make things work on the BattleNet launcher, and it wasn't. I love you, man. So much, dude. Damn. That's just a lot. Okay, back to we gotta carry on. Dude, I just whatever. I cannot. My face hurts. I'm smiling too hard. All right, angry. Scrolls can be earned and upgraded by upgrading their tier. Wait, what? Abyssal scrolls can be earned and used to upgrade your compasses by upgrading their tier. Oh, okay. So it upgrades the tier of the compasses. Got it. They will only upgrade. The infernal compasses will only drop at tiers 1 through 3. Oh, okay. And scrolls will be needed to max it out all the way up to tier 8. That makes sense. So that's going to be the new currencies as abyssal scrolls then. If they're tradable, then abyssal scrolls are going to be the currency, which is dope. Like if there's finally an item, it's a tradable item. If it's tradable, I don't even know if it's going to be tradable or not, but if it is, then there's finally going to be an item that can be set as like a general currency for everyone. Like if they cost X amount of gold, that doesn't matter. It's going to be a matter of like, oh, I've got this sick triple greater affix. I'll trade for 10 abyssal scrolls or 20 abyssal scrolls. You know what I mean? Kind of like a high rune, like a value of something like that, rather than like, this is $16 trillion. Excuse me, how much? I need to go farm a lot of whispers to be able to pay for that. Jexer, you're insane. I'd be jumping up and down right now, but I am currently freeballing it, so everything will be kind of going all over the place, and my YouTube channel will get deleted, so I cannot. But just know, I'm going to afterwards. This is absurd. Absolutely bananas, dude. I can't wait to play with everybody again. I think it's going to be fun. I think, Don, maybe you've got thoughts on this too. I don't think I'm going to go Blizzard Sorcerer again for starting. I think I'm going to start Whirlwind Barbarian. If it stays good, because right now it's like, it's very good, I might start Whirlwind Barb, or I'll go Lightning Storm Druid right away if it's still good. But I think Barbarian is just so tanky. Either that, I'm either going to go Whirlwind Barbarian or Twisting Blades Rogue. One of those. I don't think you're allowed to say free balling and playing with everyone in the same couple of minutes. I guess you're right. Yeah, I guess you're right. In entirely separate scenarios, I am currently free balling. And aside from that, let's shelf that one for a minute. I would love to be able to play the game with everyone again soon. Oh, man. You got me there. That's for sure. And Infernal compasses can be used on the following tiers. I mean, everybody's going to know that. It's obvious, tier 4. Why is there even one that's available in tier 3? Sure, that's fine. That's cool. But there's one available in tier 3. Everything else is tier 4, of course. Tier 3. For tier 3 and above, you must be level 100. Includes bonus affixes and spoil of greater affixes. Or greater affixes. Battle the Fell Priests. So the Fell Priests, which are the evil council from Diablo 2. These are the Act 3 council in the Travincal. The Travincal. That's amazing. I can't believe those are making a comeback. That means they're going to summon Hydras, and they're going to hit you with some lightning stuff, and you're going to basically get one shot from these guys. These are going to 1D you right in the booty. When you get a compass, you'll have to go to World Tier 3 to use it until you can get your higher level compass. Kind of dumb. Wait, what? Will only drop blah blah blah. They can be used on the following world tiers. So do you only get a single compass that you can reuse over and over, or is it a compass that once you use it once it's gone, or in like your case you disenchanted it and then it went poof? I wonder. And that means you have to farm more compasses and scrolls. So I have to get compasses in order to run them, and then I needed scrolls in order to upgrade them, essentially. Completing the event gets you more compasses. Oh. Okay, so that's not like terrible. Because I think that was a complaint that I saw on Twitter that people were saying like you can't, or Riker, I believe, put a video out about it. He was like, yeah, there's no loop to it. Once you consume it, you then have to go and re-farm it. And he said that that was an issue that everyone was having. And I was like, oh no. So that's an interesting one. You accidentally salvaged your first compass and then couldn't do the event. That's annoying. That's very dumb. If you manage to survive it, the council awaits. Originally meant to protect us from the primeval Mephisto during the events in Diablo 2, these noble priests were corrupted and became champions of the very demon they were swore to oppose. Yep, there's 5 Fell Council members in total. Yep, Torque Ice Fist, man, would always find me. It doesn't matter where I was, Torque Ice Fist would be like, hey, nice ass. It'd be a shame if somebody pounded ya. And then he would proceed. There'll be 3 different members to fight you. Each of the 3 will be selected to fight you at random. Be wary of the unique abilities and the various combinations that you'll fight. Yeah, and they're all elementalists too, so they always have like 1 or 2 different elements on them. So there's no way to like fully prep for it unless you just have max all res on everything. Once you inflict enough damage on the council, the priests will become more frenzied in their attacks. Stay on your guard if you wish to live. Oh, nice. So they're going to get harder as you fight them, unless you one-shot them like a bash barb. And then upon defeating them, you can spend your Aether on the spoils of hell. Okay, so they're like the final boss, the council is. That's dope. I totally forgot it was going to be the Diablo 2 council. That's super cool. There's going to be a bunch of new weapons, so new legendaries, uniques, and items. So that's nice. These new legendaries uniques can be earned by slaying enemies across Sanctuary, but they have the best chance of appearing in the Infernal Hordes. Oh, okay, so there's going to be like at least an increased drop rate or increased method of obtaining new items, which is from this Hordes thing, and that's cool. So some QOL stuff is endgame bosses. This is a big one because for those of us who ran, like I maybe did 50 to 100 bosses this season, which was cool. But like Dawn, Nude Bro, Main, I think even Jexer, Melsha, like everybody who was farming the bosses nonstop, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of bosses. My brother is like the main. My brother and Dawn are the 2 mains that like come to mind. Like probably getting close to 1,000 boss kills. This part is amazing. You no longer need to reset the dungeon to replay the same boss. Upon killing them, the summoning altar reappears and allows you to use more resources to play them again. The problem that I see with this, or foresee with this, is if you cake the entire world full of items, aren't we going to have a repeat of what happened in Season 0, where there are too many items to load in a certain instance or circumstance, and that's going to count as entities, and that's going to overload the servers like they did in Kyovashad, and why we couldn't have more stash tabs? I could be wrong, and I'm okay with being wrong, but right away that sounds like that's going to be that exact kind of problem where there's too many different IDs on the same server or whatever that's just going to get overloaded. I don't know the inner workings or what the hell was actually happening there, but that was their excuse for not having more stash tabs. Won't that just make this flare up again? Like if you sit there and just cycle spam it over and over and over, and then you go back to town and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're instanced completely separately and it's all like forked in their own server channels or whatever. Who knows? Summoning Varshan only requires Malignant Hearts. Trembling Hands, Femurs, and Heads have been removed from the game. See, that's a good one because I don't remember a whole lot about farming them. No, because they are instanced, as you said. Oh, okay, so they're going to be instanced now. That's fair. Okay, so I'm assuming Kyovashad was all on one general, like, host of some sort. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, good. That's not a bad thing at all. Beast in the Ice is now, functions as a standard dungeon. You no longer have to craft a sigil to enter the fight. So you no longer have to go in whatever dungeon to get to the Beast in the Ice. Any leftover sigils held by previous seasonal realm or eternal realm characters can be used to summon it instead of using summoning materials. Nice. Okay. So you had, that's all right. You had to craft that sigil specifically. The Uber bosses are instanced. Got you. Okay. The boss fight is now much closer to the entrance, so you no longer have to progress through the entire dungeon before the fight. Sigil dust has been removed as a, what? Oh, okay. Sigil dust has been removed as a material cost to summon, as in just regarding Beast in the Ice. So that's nice. The world bosses are phased, though. Only 12 people max at each world boss phase. So, okay, that's interesting. I'm hoping more world boss type events come where there's more individuals and you can just have, like, some crazy stuff going on. And it would be cool. Jesus, I've got to stop yawning. It would be really cool to see some PvP add-ons. Helltides and Whispers. We've significantly reduced the time it takes to complete Whisper bounties. Oh, that's good. So that right there is going to make Whispers not a pain in the ass to do. Even though I feel like we were kind of like automatically doing them just by farming Helltides, we would naturally gain a Whisper bounty. So that's dope. But we've made it now so there are always enough Whispers to earn 10 Grim Favors within a given Helltide. Should now take significantly less time to complete. Additionally, icons have been updated to be more consistent with other Whispers. That's nice. Increasing your threat now consistently scales with the health of monsters slain. Epoch Cycle 2 is coming. Oh my god, it is. What's up, main? What is that, like a week away? Oh, geez, I'm not prepared. I am not prepared. Increasing your threat now consistently scales with the health of the monsters. We're adjusting Baleful Heart rates as they were dropping too frequently to feel valuable. Or Baneful Heart. What? Do I have any of them? I don't even know if I have Baneful Hearts. SOD Season 4 is coming next week too. Wait, what? Oh, Phase 4 is actually dropping next week? Blizzard. We've got some crazy things going on. On the 11th? Good lord. Okay. Well, I have an absurd amount of things I need to catch up on. Jesus. I don't feel overwhelmed at all. Hellborn Helltide Assassins start 1% drop rates to drop a heart and increase each time you fail to get one. Oh, nice. They have a failsafe. So if you keep, that's great. Chance to get one from Tortured Gift and increases each time you fail to get one. Once rewarded one, the chance resets back to 10. That's awesome. System of Down. Season of Discovery. It's WoW Vanilla or Classic Plus or whatever. Vanilla Plus. What do people call it? Or what do people not call it, even though that's exactly what it is? Classic Plus. The Coal Demons. Now include Coal Fallen, Whisper Bounty. Now replaces Coal Cultist. I have no idea what that means or why this pertains to anything. Just say mobs changed a little bit. Loot rewards. Resplendent Parks awarded, or Resplendent Sparks. Awards for defeating Tormentor bosses can be earned separately on both hardcore and non-hardcore. I didn't know that was a problem either. That's dope. Aren't they already? Or is it just once per account when it comes to those bosses? That would make sense. Resplendent Sparks. That would totally make sense because then you can just giga farm it or have somebody carry you over and over. And Scattered Prisms will no longer be automatically picked up. Additionally, these can now be found in the Lost Ash when, if forgotten when they drop. I don't know anybody on the planet Earth that would, or Planet Sanctuary that would forget them. However, I wonder how many times I've dropped one and didn't pick one up. Well, no, that's it. It just said that they're picked up automatically. Unique and mythic unique items now be acquired through whisper caches. Oh, that's a huge deal. Unique and mythics can now be acquired through whisper caches, the purveyor of curiosities, and tortured gifts and hell tides. That is a massive deal, actually. That is a big change. That's a big one. So now you can, the purveyor of curiosities means obols. That's a big one right there. The chance to find mythic unique through all non-boss drop locations has been increased. So they probably didn't want everyone only farming uber bosses, and now there's more of a reason to do everything kind of across the board. That totally makes sense. That's amazing. The loot quality from treasure goblins has been improved. They now drop 1 to 3 legendaries and 2 to 6 rares. The higher the number of legendary drops, the lower the number of rares. And the opposite is also true if two legendaries drop. So it's up to, okay. And they now drop 1 or 2 elixirs and are guaranteed to additionally drop ore, herbs, leather, and gem fragments. I don't remember ever having a problem with mats of any sort for like crafting materials. You don't do the wows? No, that's totally okay. You're saving yourself by not doing the wows. And increase the amount of golds that drops. They now drop, they drop an assload of gold. That's good. 3 and 4 treasure goblins also drop forgotten souls. That's great. Additionally, they now have they have a chance to drop scattered prisms. Oh, that's even better. So now you can get them from not just world bosses, but also treasure gobbies. That's wonderful. Oh, and this one was kind of cool. They're making it so that certain weapons can now be used across a lot more types, and that's fantastic. I don't know how to read this necessarily. And affixes are being updated to be better, so that's cool. Like pole arms, vulnerable damage, crossbow, vulnerable damage, staff, etc. So that's pretty neat. I'll pop this up real quick so you can kind of see it, and then, do whatever you want with it. Feature accessibility items. Auto navigation assistance. Oh yeah, and now there's GPS. So that's great. I have a problem with herbs this season. Using 3 incense and 2 users is a heck of a lot of herbs. Oh, that's interesting. That's good to know. Oh, I forgot. Herbs is a problem, or did become a problem when I started crafting more. What did I use the most? I used resource potions a ton. Okay, no, I see what you mean. 5 minutes left on break? No, I'm sorry. Thankfully, this won't be too long. This auto pin and GPS stuff for navigation, this is awesome. It's basically features offered for testing, how to provide feedback, install. Patch notes, this is a big deal. That's a good thing. So that's basically like, I'm gonna go do this quest. It'll auto pin drop for you and do your navigation things. The auto pin was nice in the PTR. Dude, hell yeah. That's what I like to hear. What's up, Bilbo? How are you, man? I don't know if I said hi to you earlier. You'll only have an hour left on work. Oh, that's awesome. Hell yeah, dude. Hump day. Wait, no, it's Thursday. The day after hump day. Bilbo, what's up, dude? I don't know if I responded to you when I was in Macros chat the other day. Was it Macros chat? I think it was Macros chat. Friday Junior. Yeah, happy Friday Junior. There we go. We have 1 hour 15 left on work. There you go. That's where it's at. Okay, game updates. New items and tempering recipes. So tempering recipes for the offensive is critical strike damage, vulnerable damage, overpower damage, ultimate damage. That's kind of cool. Worldly finesse. That's super nice. Barbarian, steel grasp. I've never used the ability steel grasp on a barbarian, but it's the chains that go nuts, I think. Reduce Iron Maelstrom's cooldown. Enemies damaged by Iron Maelstrom deal less damage for a time. And that's what? Oh, so that's a unique item. Unbroken Chain is the amulet. Legendary aspects is aspect of forward momentum, is knocking back an enemy grants you movement speed. Okay. Tempering recipes is another one. Slayer's finesse instead of worldly finesse. Vuln damage, damage against injured, and then bleeding damage. Damn, because barbarians totally need more bleed damage. It was Woot, and I did. Okay, good. That makes me happy. Bjorn Fang's tusks are gloves. Cataclysm is now guaranteed to strike anything in the range, and you deal increased damage for the duration of the effect. While Kata is active, you gain unlimited spirit. Well, I'm glad they're making Cataclysm worth using. Damn, dude. Okay, that's awesome. Again, that's another ultimate that I've never used. Casting a companion skill grants movement speed. up to a certain amount, which is amazing. Grizzly Rage, Cataclysm cooldown reduction. So they're really trying to push Cataclysm in this one. Some kind of Cata Druid is going to be the meta. I can tell you that right now. Path of Trang'ul, or boots for Necromancer. And Bone Prison is larger and fires bone splinters at enemies trapped within. That's absurd. I'm going to go Bone Prison version. Blizz Debs favor the Barb, it seems. Yeah. How do we just yawn at the same exact time? That's embarrassing, but also not. Ha. That's awesome. Unholy Tether is Golem skill, creates a bomb between you for 6 seconds. So there's just a lot more movement speed they're adding to a lot of these different builds. So like Rushing Winds for Druids, movement speed. Barbarians, knock back an enemy, movement speed. Necromancer, they do something, movement speed. That's cool. Inexorable Reaper. Sever now dashes you forward to attack instead, becomes a mobility skill and costs no essence, but has a 22 to 7. Why don't you say 7 to 22 second? I'm just going to ignore that. But that's dope. Sever sucked. So hopefully that makes it better. Single target damage for that Bone Prison, that is. Dude, yeah. Yeah, that's going to be kind of huge. Probably 22 to 27. I think they meant like it can get reduced down to a 7-second cooldown. Like if you put a bunch of points into it. But you could also be right with the 22 to... Yeah. Yeah, you could be right there. It's just 22 seems like a very long cooldown when Teleport's stock cooldown is like 14 and Trample is like 10 or something. So I wonder if it's meant to start real high unless you really spec into it and then you can get it down to 7. That's really cool though. Oh, that's an aspect too. Okay. This is an attack teleport. And that's, yeah, you're right. I guess teleport is too. Well, not really. Or maybe that is just a long cooldown and you still use Sever like you normally would until that's off CD and then you would dash that one time. That would make sense. Interesting either way. I'm curious what that's going to do. I'd like to see that one. Sork is like a debuff. Is it a debuff? Because it procs my... Sork Teleport procs my Firebolt enchant, which means it does some semblance of damage because it has to in order to proc my enchant. But I think it's so little that it just doesn't matter. I mean, it's like 100 damage or something, but it procs the Firebolt enchant. So I think it does. Could be wrong. I haven't played my... Back to work. No! Love you, man. Have a good rest of your day, man. I'll see you soon, brother. Aspect of Creeping Mist. Gain evade cooldown reduction. That's super cool. And you can now evade during Blood Mist. Traveling twice as far. Entering or exiting will reset your evade cooldown. What? Okay, so Necromancers have an assload of mobility as of now with a lot of these things. With the movement speed, this dash, and then now super dashing with Mist. Wow, that's really cool. What if they meant 2 to 7 second cooldown? 2 to 7 second cooldown would make sense. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I find an issue like this where in every single patch note or whatever like release that they do, there's numerical issues like this, and I feel like those are the most important parts to not mess up. Do you know what I mean? Like misspell a fucking word or something, but when you got like this does from 6.1 damage to 3,495,000, it's like maybe proof the numbers. No, maybe some. You never know. You might start with the Sork next season. It's between that and the Barb. But I want to make a Chain Lightning Sork so bad. Dude, if Chain Lightning is getting changed, I want Chain Lightning to be like end game viable. I'd play the shit out of Chain Lightning with you. I love that ability so much. I want to be a Sith Lord. And Ball Lightning was like the lamest way to become maybe a Chain Lightning or a Sith Lord. I hated Ball Lightning. It was so strong. It was actually so strong and decently fun. But in comparison to everything else, like I love Firewall, Frozen Orb, I want to try, and maybe I'll enjoy that one. But Chain Lightning is godly on PTR. Really? Maybe I start a Sorcerer again. It won't be very hard to convince me on that one. 4 quadrillion damage, yeah, it will not be very hard to convince me to play a Chain Lightning Sork. Or even Hydra. Is Hydra still bad? I have no idea. I think Hydra Frozen Orb was actually doing like that's the highest pusher so far in pits is a Hydra Frozen Orb Sorcerer or a Conjure Frozen Orb, something like that. Again, I'm probably wrong there, but damn, that's a version of Sorcerer I should have played. I played it pre-launch and loved it, and then it got nerfed into Oblivion. Oh, damn. When Bone Spirit explodes inside a bone prison, it explodes in additional time. Bone Spirit now prioritizes enemies inside a bone prison. Okay, so they're really leaning into Bone Necromancer again. So all the summon buffs are cool, but Bone Necromancer will rise. Immortal Fireball Sork, I think, is the highest. Oh, okay. Immortal Fireball. Interesting. Necromancer Wall is defensive. Oh, so that's a tempering. Skill ranks, minion damage reduction. I didn't know they need that. Chance for them to fortify you for maximum life. That's neat. Let's see. Shroud of Shakuris. StarCraft reference, anyone? Tell me what to play. What's up, Pilot? How you doing, dude? Immortal Fireball. Oh, yeah. Pilot, how are you? How's life been? I know it's been a couple of years since we got to like actually do something or play together and stuff. Shroud of Shakuris. Like Artanis from StarCraft Brood War. Your pilot has boarded. Jaxer the man. All right, Dark Shroud now grants immune for 3 seconds. That's neat. Evade cooldown is increased by 9 to 3 seconds. We got to figure this shit out. We've got to figure this shit out. Have your PR people proofread what your engineers and coders write so it's written in a correct format. What the ass? Oh my god. Huh. It's fine. This doesn't hurt at all. Is officially a problem. I'm already pissed. Like, this is tilting as hell seeing that. What a joke. Okay. Evading while Dark Shroud is active, leave behind an explosion that deals shadow damage and pulls in enemies. Nice. It's increased by 9 to 3 seconds. I get what's going on here. Actually, I don't get what's going on here. Because if this was an aspect, that would make sense because it starts off at 9 and the more aspects you deconstruct, it gets lower by 9 and then 8 and then 7 all the way down to 3. That would make sense if you've played the fucking game before, but if somebody that doesn't know that that's how the aspects and things work reads this, they're going to be like, 9 to 3 seconds. I don't know. My brain, it doesn't, This is stupid. I can't believe how long I'm hung up on this problem right here, but Jesus Christ. Anyway. Legendary aspects. And this is for who? Rogue. Okay. Nebulous Bruise Mobility. Using a healing potion grants movement speed. Again, with movement speed. After moving 30 meters, you spawn a healing potion? That's cool. Oh, that's just for rogues. And it is an aspect, so you got to replace one of your other aspects for it. Okay, never mind. I don't know anybody down their right mind that's going to use that. That is a neat mobility aspect, though. Maybe there's going to be some kind of, like, mobility thing. Wouldn't it say decreases? Actually, yes. Life is busy as hell. I hate it. Miss simpler times where I could game with the homies. Dude, I feel that. No, the CD is increased, but the better roll on the item, the lower the amount is increased. And that totally, that makes sense. They just got to be switched, I think. Rogue's going to be running around to grab pots. Oh, man. But that's just weird. Smoke Grenade has a 35 to 50% chance, because obviously in this one, lower is better. So Dark Shroud grants immunity. The cooldown is increased by 9 to 3 seconds, right? So obviously, like, the latter number is the better one. So you'd start by, like, worse to better. And I get that that's supposed to read left to right. And we all get that because we play the game. But what I mean is, like, somebody else is going to see that and be like, I don't understand. Because everything else reads low to high, technically. And so I understand, like, the reasoning for it. It's just weird. Comes off as confusing. It kind of does. It does. At first, I was like, wait, that's a typo. But now I think it's, like, intentional. I just think that needs to be swapped. But that's okay. That's okay. I'm finally going to digest it. Not really. Definitely going to cause a double take, even a veteran's. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's... What the fuck? Galvanized Slashers is another one. So this is resource. Damaging enemy with mobility skill has a chance to fully... Wait, what the hell? Damaging an enemy with a mobility skill has a 15 to 30% chance to fully restore your energy. So you can dash. Oh no, I'm fully out of my twisting blades energy. Dash. Oh, there, it's all back. Everything's back. Has a 15 to 30% chance. And if that's like per target hit, and then you get a flat increase on your maximum energy, rogues are probably going to be fun. Thank God. Iron Rain. Smoke Grenade has a chance to create Arrow Storm where it explodes. Dealing physical damage. Your Arrow Storm continuously applies vulnerable. I like told the secretary to type these notes off yellow legal pad handwritten. She's doing her job. And you can increase lucky hit to make it a lot higher. Seriously? Oh my God. They're just trying to make it feel better on the resource front and mobility. That's what it looks like. The mobility thing is something that seems like they're doing on everything to like increase the pacing of the game. Two most frustrating things. I agree. I think if everything like that is supposed to be getting increased in mobility across the board for all units, that's awesome. I think that's really cool. Breakneck Bandit is Flurry deals increased damage and has a chance to stun enemies. So Flurry Rogue is going to be able to murk bosses without a problem because they're going to be able to stagger bosses really well with this 20% chance to stun. That's awesome. Smoke Grenade seems pretty cool. Sharpshooters is Caltrops is now a marksman skill. That's weird to me. But sure. Is now a marksman skill that periodically throws piercing daggers over its duration. Each dealing... Then again, I don't main a rogue, so I don't know how marksman skill or like everything that's classified as marks, so that's okay. Throws 5 to 20 piercing daggers over its duration. Each dealing shadow damage and applying vulnerable. So basically the rogue has like infinite vulnerabilities here. And they get a bunch of ones. Subterfuge is increased smoke grenade damage, increased smoke grenade size, increased damage for each dark shroud shadow. Okay. And then increased damage on next attack after entering stealth. Ooh, stealth one-shot build is going to be a thing. I think so. It catches plus skills from items. 9.3 instead of 9 to 3. It's got to be a 9 to 3 because there was a previous one that said the same thing too, Pilot. It was like 22 to 7 is how it read. It was like the cooldown of this one varies between 22 to 7 seconds. And I'm like, what? If you haven't yet, make sure you hit the... Oh, yeah. If you haven't yet, make sure you hit the like button and to push this out for more people to see even after the stream. And that is true. Every like counts. It goes towards this video as it posts after the stream because that's the idea. It will end up being a video of me ranting and also going over all the changes. Yes, Don, you beautiful bastard. Rogue Persistence is maximum life percentage gain while Dark Shroud. Ranks of Second Wind, ranks of Aftermath. I don't know what either of those two do, but that's probably cool. Increase maximum and all resistance percentage for 5 seconds from health potions. Health dot potions. I don't know what a health dot potion is, but that's nice. Health dot potions dot. That's nice. So health dot potions. This was not proofread. Sorcerer. Oh, I already just read Chain Lightning was the first word here. Oh, Chain Lightning was another word there. All right. Unique item. Axial Conduit. Unique pants. Thank God. Fuck you, Tybalt. Chain Lightning alternates between orbiting you and seeking up to 3 enemies. When it returns, it drains 6 mana from you for each active Chain Lightning. After draining 66 total mana, the bolt explodes for 200 to... Jack told you she typed it up the best you could from the dev print. Dude, yeah, that's exactly what happened. Secretary Jill is doing a good job over here. I love how it keeps asking me to join your channel. Hello, I have the star next to my name and also the money bag emote. Come on. Dude, no kidding. What the hell? And it just, let's not ignore the $100 donation at the top of the chat still from you. Frickin' YouTube, man. Okay, yeah, so Chain Lightning is never mind, Don. I think we're starting Sorcerers again for the 18th season in a row. We're starting as goddamn Sorcerers. Holy crap. That's absurd. I'm so stoked for that. I just hope... I hope people like Rob and that whole squad of like Giga Chads don't showcase the very highest rolled upper echelon of everything to where it gets nerfed to where the general players like me and everyone else go to play it and it fucking sucks because they never got the opportunity to enjoy it at this level because they were like, no, it's too strong. You know, I'm hoping that doesn't. There's a helm too that increases damage. Oh, okay, we're playing Chain Lightning. We have to solve the mana issue of Chain Lightning, and I think that'll happen pretty easily with resource cost reduction and stuff like that. But let's go ham on Chain Lightning this season. I'm excited. I'll even get a lightning bolt tattoo that goes down my whole arm. Just like forked lightning, because that's kind of one of the things that I want to do anyway. Needs to be stacked up going into season 5. Mounts armor ultimate play. Yeah, dude. Yeah, I need to make sure I buy that immediately. I'm so thankful. Thank you, Jaxer. So aspects are gain movement speed, just naturally movement speed. And then it's doubled if you haven't used a cooldown. So that's nice. At least you don't need Bounding Conduit anymore. I'd actually probably use this over Bounding Conduit. Can I still spin to win? Yes. Yeah. Spin to win is actually insanely powerful now, Pilot. It's like one of the best barb builds is Whirlwind Dust Devils. And that was one of the other ones I was going to start. It was either Whirlwind Dust Devils or it was going to be Chain Lightning. And Whirlwind Dust Devils is just, spin to win is great. Even, yeah. Apparently Whirlwind is a go for this season. Fuck. Great. I'm going to have to level both simultaneously. I'm going to have Tirza also play the game with me so she can level 1 and I can play one or the other. You made Baba Yaga in your honor. You actually did. Yes, that is true. What's funny is Melsha had Khal Drogo and I had Jason Momoa. That was all of our barbs names. Pretty funny. Literally everyone had a barb this season. They were so strong. I think Bash Bleed was one of the strongest builds. Actually, the strongest build in the game for this season. They're just top notch, man. Firebird. Ooh, Firebird's coming back. Gain the Flame Shield gain the Flame Shield enchantment for free. When Flame Shield activates, meteorites fall around you. Humongous aspect. Huge aspect. Lightning Rod. Chain Lightning has a 5 to 20% chance to chain an additional time when hitting crowd-controlled enemies and bosses and will seek them as targets. Okay. I'm happy. That's cool. Elemental Acuity. I don't even know what that word is, or if I'm saying that right. Casting Pyromancy, Shock, Frost skills increase your mana regeneration. There we go. Shock skills will increase your mana regeneration by 10 to 20% for 5 seconds once per element. All right, so I see. This is what I was just talking about, is mana retention for Chain Lightning to be... my name's going to be Tesla Coil. Like, there's... What other name are you going to do? Tesla Coil. Like, I've been playing the shit out of Red Alert, Command & Conquer Red Alert 1 and 2. I'm about to play Command & Conquer Red Alert 3. I've been playing through the entire, like, the whole series of them again. I just finished the Tiberian timeline. I'm naming my fucking sorcerer Tesla Coil or Tesla Noodle X, even though I hate my Tesla. I can't wait to buy this Hyundai Ioniq, dude. Okay. At maximum stacks, total bonus increased to 60 to 120% for 10 seconds, but all stacks expire after the duration. So you basically hit like an echelon of it. So that is incredible. That's amazing. You play the shit out of RA2 in college. Dude, they re-released every single game and they're extremely cheap on Steam right now. I think I paid $11 for every single Command & Conquer game that's ever been made, even though this is like the 5th time that I've bought them, because I have them on Origin. I have the 10-year disc pack. I have all of them. But will be Edison says F Tesla. Oh my God. Can I name mine Tesla and you name yours Edison, or even in reverse? And then somebody else needs to name themselves AC/DC because alternating versus direct current. And then somebody else needs to be like amperes or some shit. Dude. God, we're playing fucking sorcerers again. I'm so excited. I didn't think I was going to be this excited. I love Blizzard, the skill. I love the skill Blizzard. It's my favorite one. Ice Spikes is awesome. Chain Lightning, if I can play Chain Lightning effectively again, I'm going to be so happy. I already am. Seeing this, I'm like, you haven't played Sork yet, so you're in. Let's do it. Yeah, but literally, guys, Bilbo specifically, because you're talking about it. It's right here. There you go, buddy. Gary's mod, I was messing around on there a little bit. It won't even launch on this computer anymore. But yeah, it's actually, I'm sorry, it's currently... I forgot that I was even playing it in the background. I just outed myself. That's why I was late to stream today. Oh, man. That's amazing. That's hilarious. Oh, geez. That is some of the funniest. Okay, that's good. That's very good. Anywho, back to I totally forgot I was in like the middle of a mission. I'm getting my ass pounded in this one right now. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, so the mana regeneration thing is awesome. Aspect of the Orange Herald. We have an aspect of ex-president Donald J. I think, is that his middle? I think. Oh, whatever. That's hilarious. Of the Orange Herald. Up to a 5 to 10% chance when you damage an enemy, nobody spawn anything from that. Shut up. Stop right now. If you're typing anything regarding politics, like, eat your own dick. I don't want to... which is a sensitive subject right now because mine hurts. 5 to 10% chance when you damage an enemy with a skill to reduce the chance of your cooldown, or the cooldown of your ultimate skill, which is funny because when you're playing Chain Lightning or any version of Lightning, Overflowing Currents is... can only happen once per skill cast. Go, Brittany, go. Oops, he did it again. Plays red alert. Got lost in the game. Dude, yeah, basically. I did. I know. I'm an idiot. Tempering stuff. So, teleport size. Wait, what? +% to teleport size. Moves from shock augments. And then chance for Arc Lash to swipe twice. I hate Arc Lash, so I don't care. Chance to cast an additional charge bolt is cool. Weapons is 1 to 2. Hey, Bilbo, you were asking about this, I think. Conjuration is 1 to 2 Hydra heads on cast. That's awesome. Chance for another Lightning Spear on cast. That's amazing because Lightning Spear is a really, really good generator for stun, and that's going to be huge for staggering bosses. And then chance for an extra Ice Blades. That's amazing because Ice Blades is your vulnerability. Like, this is amazing. This Conjuration one. Sorcerers are looking fantastic right now. The viability of different sorcerer builds, like Meteor is a big one right now because of... Dude, it might be Season of the Sorcerer again, boys. No way. Aspect of the Firebird, so a chance to have meteorites fall around you whenever your Flame Shield enchants. Damn, man. Arc Lash is making a comeback with that one change, which is cool. Okay. Oh my god. Conjuration Fortune. So again, Hydra or any version of Conjuration Sorcerer is plus to lucky hit chance for all of your conjurations. So if you go a full-on lucky hit chance stack build for Hydra, that's not going to be fair. There's going to be so much viability here. I don't know how much all of them are going to fare. Like having all of them fully built, fully decked out, and running to the end game or doing whatever to try and hit like Pit 200. I don't know the likelihood of that. I could give a shit less about the likelihood of that. These sound fun. And it sounds like there's a lot more variability within the sorcerers. That is chef kiss. That's okay. So I'm actually clapping. The PTR execution, the notes execution, both were rather poor so far for season 5. The actual season itself, with the changes listed here, sounds like it's going to actually be very badass. It's going to be a lot of fun. So far, I'm not done, so we're almost to the balance updates. I'm extremely excited for this season based on everything that I read. I was not until today, and now I'm like, oh, damn. I may have to get on and make a Chain Lightning Sorcerer while the PTR is active. Because, damn. Although I know that there's like a couple of hot fixes and updates and stuff, like the stuff was broken on there. Maybe I don't. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. That way I can make a video on like the new best sorcerer, you know? Oh my god. Chain Lightning, baby. It's coming. What else we got? So Elemental Control is Ranks to Convulsion, Snap Freeze, Crippling Flames, existing Tempering Recipe additions. Skill ranks to Conduction. I don't know what Conduction is. Added to Sorcerer Motion. Oh, okay. Oh, existing Tempering additions. So it's something on Sorc Motion, whatever Conduction is. I'm assuming it's something to do with lightning skills and moving faster. I'm so erect for this right now. This is amazing. Okay. Pizza's almost here. AFK for a few. No worries, man. I'll see you in a minute. We're going for the balance updates now. So Bash is adjust functionality. After 4 times, it'll clobber, stunning them. Okay. Clobber twice. Oh, twice as often when using two-hand, enhanced bash, battle bash. So bash is getting updated to where it's getting better. Grants you 20% maximum life as fortify. What? Okay, so bash is getting better. Flay is buffed. Sure. Endless Fury no longer requires two hands. Okay. Fury gain from basics has been increased by a little bit. That's cool. Maximum health is increased. Wait, no. Reduced. Okay, good. Good. I was going to say, why does Barbarian need these buffs? What is happening? That's pathetic. But no, this is awesome. So that's fine. Wonton Rupture Aspect. So frequency increased from 40 to 25 seconds to 30 to 15 seconds. That hurts my brain to read this. I know, see, in this scenario here, I get what they're trying to say between like this versus this, but this whole sentence makes my brain like kind of hit a spiked wall and scrape down like it's a cheese grater. Aspects of Grasping Whirlwind now pulls in enemies 3 times as frequently. Thank God. So Whirlwind is just that much better. Whirlwind is gotta be like the most fun one to play now because of that. I love being a torrent. So Whirlwind is going to be amazing, and Chain Lightning is going to be amazing. I've got my 2 main classes that I'm playing there. Steadfast Berserker no longer requires and always triggers. Cool. I don't know what that does, but that's awesome. I hate Lucky Hit. I think Lucky Hit is cool, but I hate it. So having something always trigger is awesome. Explosion size is now affected by increase to Whirlwind size. That's a big deal. Make Gores great again. Oh, that is MAGA right there. Make Gores great again. Because honestly, I think that's one of my favorite gloves. I'm currently using it on my Whirlwind Barb, and it doesn't do dick, just in case you're curious. The Dust Devils are the ones that do the damage from Whirlwind. Hemorrhage, Legendary Node, the bonus bleed now caps. That's nice. I'm sure it didn't before, and that got bananas. Weapon Master, Fury gain increased from 4 to 8% of maximum Fury. That's great. That's really good. That's when you swap weapons, I think, from Weapon Mastery. Druid passive, bonus from Clarity. Okay, let's see. So Landslide, Shred, Pulverize, Tornado, Lightning Storm. Damage buff from 40 to... So this is for affixes done to amulets. All right. Double the amount of pillars for Landslide. Ooh, Landslide's making a comeback. That's absurd. Total damage increased from 70 to 280%. That's a big jump. I mean, you got like doubling things like from here to here. That's, damage per landslide is increased by double. That's amazing. Double the amount of pillars. So that's 4x right there. And then damage area is increased to 2. So 280% increase. I don't know if they're saying that this 280% increase is a cumulative total of this and the double amount of pillars, thus making it 20 or 280%, meaning 4 times, or if it's 4 times, 4 times, and then the total damage of it being increased another 4 times. So Landslide is LOL. LOL. Apparently Landslide didn't get touched this season at all. That's okay, because now it's the most godly thing I've ever seen. What the hell, Shred Druids? Is double its strength as well. Oh my God. Pulverize too. Another big buff to Pulverize. Am I missing something here? Lightning Storm 40 to 74, which is awesome. So Lightning Storm is going up 34%. Hurricane. Oh shit. Hurricane is getting double damage. I want a Hurricane build. I want a full Hurricane build that doesn't require snapshotting. In fact, I want snapshotting to be patched out completely. I want a Hurricane build that doesn't affect snapshotting, and I want to play a Hurricane Lightning Storm Druid. That would be my end-all, be-all build. I will play that until my fingertips fall off. I can't say until my dick falls off, because that might happen. Ravens can now be cast while moving. That Poison Creeper can be cast while moving. I thought it already could. Ravens being cast while moving is a humongous deal, and I'll tell you why. When you cast Ravens, whether you have the increased Raven size or not, almost nobody runs that, so that's totally fine. But when you cast Ravens on things like bosses, when you're trying to dodge shit, you have to stop, deform, and point to do it. So you're literally like, you're running and you're like, and then you're running again, right? Well, now if I can be running and then like ninja some fucking Ravens on the boss as I'm running around or doing something, that is a bonus of 8 or I think it's either 8 or 16% additional critical strike chance from all of my abilities while my ravens are attacking the target. So, like an Uber Duriel, for example, where the fight lasts a fucking decade, I can now like drive by ravens and then power blast like I'm fucking Thanos or Thor. That's a big deal. Dude, druids even got a huge buff. Holy shit. The lightning rate is doubled on Cataclysm. So now they actually have a viable ultimate to use. Because of all the other changes to Cataclysm that I was reading previously, we now have... Do me. Damage area increased from 1 to 2 for Lacerate. What is Lacerate? I don't remember what Lacerate does. Casting Lacerate now teleports the caster instead of starting at the caster. Oh, wait. Now teleports to the target instead of starting at the... I don't know what that means. I don't know what Lacerate does, but that's cool. Shred is looking quite strong. Landslide is looking stupid as hell. I don't even like Landslide, and that's looking berserk. But everything else, like the druids are now viable. They've fixed every problem the druid had. And then some. I didn't even know I wanted to be able to cast ravens while moving, and that's like, I am shooketh right there. Same with Creeper. I thought that was... The cast animation is so fast, it seems, that doesn't necessarily matter, but maybe it does. But that's a huge deal, because now I can just be like, blam, Nova, and while I'm running. Or even dodging. Grizzly Rage, the cooldown for this busy now starts when it ends. That sucks. Previously, shapeshift, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we know that. Damage bonus increased by 3% while in this form. Cool. Shapeshift into a dire werebear for 10 seconds and gaining bonus damage. Damage reduction. Damage bonus for blah, blah, blah. Up to a 7, blah, blah, blah. Kills extend the duration. That cannot go above. So maximum of 20 seconds. Yeah, that doesn't seem... Whatever. Debilitating Roar. Damage reduction decreased. Okay, so this is okay as long as druids have some other version of being goddamn tanky. This is fine. But this right here... This and this alone is going to make me not play a druid if there's no other way to become tanky as a druid. So we're not done yet. We're working our way down the line, so I won't make any rash decisions or anything like that. But this will make me not play a druid because druids are already, I think, the softest. Like Lightning Storm and Tornado Druid or Wolfnado Druid are the two softest builds I think I've ever played in this entire game, unless they use Debilitating Roar, because that 70% was a lifesaver, and my ass still got clapped 100% of the time in a tier 50 with 70%. So losing 30% of the DR on that reverses a lot of this stuff in theory. So we'll see. Earthen Bulwark. Previously, rocks form around you, granting barrier. Now based on your life. Now rocks surround you for 3 seconds, granting barrier that absorbs 45% of your action life. Okay, so that absorbs damage based on your life and now gives you a barrier. What? Oh. They should have just said that. These are the exact same line up to the last 4 words. It used to be 45% of your base life. Now Earthen Bulwark is 45% of your maximum life. That's cool. You just can't get into druids. I don't blame you. I couldn't. I didn't like them. For the longest time, I hated druids. Use 45% max, so bigger number, 100. Yeah, exactly. So that's good. Earthen Bulwark is absolutely better. Debilitating Roar, the good thing about Debilitating Roar is that you would get your shapeshift back and forth abilities to proc, like Quick Shift and I think it's Primal Instinct, where if you're in one form for X amount of time, then you move back to the other form, both of your bonuses get doubled or whatever. So Debilitating Roar was one of the things that helped you activate that. I wonder, though. Non-physical damage reduction increased from 10 to 15%, and this is from Cyclone Armor. I don't use Cyclone Armor, but I'm curious about that. I would like some bit of tankiness. Also, I love that they named an aspect Skinwalker. Like, way to go on the myth. Shepherd. Previous core and wrath skills deal additional damage. Now, companion skills deal an additional damage for each... Oh. Damn it, dude. Never mind, I'm not playing Druid. I take all that back. What? Actually, I think I jumped to the end game, or the end conclusion way too quickly there. I'm not playing Druid because I used to use Shepherd and Stampede together to boost my damage over 200% in addition to what it was already at. Shepherds was a staple. Shepherds was a staple. You didn't like it. I loved using Shepherds because I loved having to use all of the companions. Now, conversely, that does open up if you're now no longer going to be using Shepherds. That's an entire aspect that's available. And you're no longer going to be using Stampede is another entire aspect that's available. Eliminate both of those. Now you can replace all 3 of your summon slots with things like Cyclone Armor, Earthen Bulwark, and Cataclysm. So maybe the idea was to make it a true nature/natural caster rather than it being this like reliant on must have summons with you in order to deal your damage and it takes up all your skill slots. Maybe this is actually for the better. Like Jexer just said, Shepherds was a staple that he didn't like. Shepherds was a staple that I did like. However, if I look at it with that, then it's going to feel more like a lightning-born caster druid. And I like that. Okay. Never mind. Again, I must have jumped to conclusions. They are not off the table entirely. That's pretty cool. So we'll carry on. When you use a shapeshifting skill, if you want to play druid, go play WoW. Honestly, though. When you use a shapeshifting skill, gain life. If you're at full life, gain it as fortify. Okay, that's what it used to be. Gain 5 to 20%. So I'm assuming this meant 2 to 5%, and now it's 5 to 20% life. So Skinwalker aspect. Oh shit. There's all your damage reduction right there. So this. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a passive. No, this is. Shepherd isn't a passive. It's an aspect. What? Hey, what am I missing? What am I missing here? Because Shepherd is not a passive. It's a passive aspect. Okay. I just want aspects, metamorphic stones, heightened senses, because like Lupin Ferocity, this amount of hits from the effect, delay from the second landslide slightly decreased. So these are all aspects. Okay. Then we're bringing it back. So that's a good thing. That is definitely a good thing. Yeah. Sweet. Where are we right now? Give me 1 second. Very, very curious about that one there. What happened to my other window? Yeah, we're good. Okay, that was weird. I was like, hold on, one of my windows just disappeared. To understand the secretarial transcriptions. I really do. I need your guidance, dude. Oh, wait, I am a... No. What am I? I'm a millennial. Damn it. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Anyway, no, this is awesome. So Skinwalker is going to solve everything. So that's going to solve all the problems that, like from Debilitating Roar, for example. So while this is still going to do 40% damage reduction from Debilitating Roar, your Skinwalker aspect is also going to give you a ton of Fortify. You're not a boomer either? You're not? I don't know what age group is what. I was coming from a Zoomer. Oh, God. Yep, now I'm confused. I'm now gone. Gen X. What the hell are the cutoffs? Mazda Zoom? Yes. Yep, I am now fully confused because I don't know the generational gaps or lingo or anything anymore. I think at one point I learned it all for like real estate purposes. I was like, oh yeah, let's see target markets and understanding like generational acquisition and stuff like this. Now these days I'm like, I was born in the 90s. I don't know what that means. No cap, bro. You got to rizz up the pookies with the cat. Well, I am done with Dawn. You get like the 20-second silent treatment. I am not reading your messages right now. I cannot believe you. Aftershock. Delay from second set, slightly decreased. That's cool. So that's going to make it deal damage faster. Nope, I can't read that one. I'm just a disco Dorito. I hate all of you. Lupin Ferocity. Reduce amount of hits from 6 to 3 from the effect. Vigilance, Iron Fur, Heightened Senses, Damage Reduction. Increase for each skill rank. Ooh, that's good. Wait, what? Now we're talking about a skill rank? What the hell is happening? Because this is passives. And now this is a passive ability. Iron Fur is a passive skill. But these are aspects. It's fine. It's fine. Move past it. Don't judge them. It was the odd team's intern that did this, and that's okay. It's okay. Just breathe, noodle. Metamorphic Stone no longer removes Wrath skill tag from Boulder. I have no idea what that means, but that's neat. That's cool. Human Glyph. Oh, that's dope. The Human Glyph might actually end up being important to some degree. Damage bonus increased and damage reduction increased, but the problem is you use Werewolf because you're going to be using Tempest Roar, so the Human Glyph doesn't matter. As far as I'm aware, I could be wrong. Thunderstruck now has a maximum bonus capped at 40%. Why? Why? They needed the damage. My current percentage is 102%. That nerfs me hard. We'll see what the rest... We'll have to see what Lightning Storm is hitting for when it fully plays out. I'm curious how it is, because right now it hits a certain threshold where it cannot cross due to damage output and severe lack of tankiness. So if both of those are solved, I can ignore some of these things that look on paper like they just broke the build. Because that sucks dick. That is terrible. But we'll see. We'll see. I thought it needed more damage, not less. Because we were hitting like in the 1 to 2 millions, but never more than that. Protector Glyph, the damage reduction increased. That's great. So we've got more damage reduction available. Damage reduction increased. Okay, so they're really like damage reduction increased. Okay, they're really trying to like double down on replacing all the damage reduction stuff and the additional damage stuff in many, many ways. But this one is confusing to me because we got rid of the Shepherd's aspect for the ability to deal more damage. So curious what that one's going to mean. We'll see when the time comes. Necromancer, Book the Dead. Golem, if the golem is far from the target, it will now leap to the target. And the slam size increased by 56%. That's awesome. That's really cool. Sever damage is increased. Secondary damage is increased. Lucky hit chance is increased. Thank God. So Sever's getting better. We're on the Necromancer skills now. Blight dot damage is increased. Blood wave damage is increased by 4 times is just fine because it needed a 4x buff to damage. I don't even know what Blood Wave is. If that's talking about Blood Surge, all right, great. Or if that's the alt, then never mind. That makes sense if that's the alt. I'm just not 100% sure what's going on there. Passives, Shadow Blight. Hits required to trigger is down. Damage increased by double. Okay, that's 3x. That is... Oh, it's from 150 to 40... Shut it. Don't talk to me. You don't know anything, man. Aren't you supposed to be working right now? Hellbent Commander previously, they would deal increased damage while you're close. And now it's as long as you can control X amount, they deal increased damage. That's way better. That's way better. You no longer have to be up monsters' assholes as a summon Necromancer. The bonus is gonna be just a slightly bit less. Big deal. You don't even have to be in there anymore. Ooh, don't judge me. Blighted aspect is 10 times reduced. Oh, nice. That's good. Bursting bones. I don't know this one. Grasping veins. Critical chance after casting that is good. Cadaverous aspect. Torturous. Core skill, core skill. So necromancer stuff. I know nothing about the necromancer things. Grasping veins. Additional blood lance damage is increased. Looks like blight bonus damage is getting increased. Bone prison is about to be ridiculously strong. Yeah, bone prison is probably going to be the new build, and then you're going to bone spirit into the bone prison and just create nuclear missiles. Grasping veins is going to give you... Oh, critical strike damage bonus is only for 6 seconds, so that part, interesting. Damage to enemies is reduced from 10 to 40, okay. Consuming a corpse increases your core skill damage. That's cool. By less, in fact. Huh, okay. So yeah, significantly less. Torturous aspect is now stunned. All right. Unique items. Good lord. Okay, so they're changing a lot of uniques for Necros. Blood Moon Breaches is overpower damage to cursed enemies increased from 70 to 100%. That's cool. Quirers, whatever. Core skill damage affix replaced with ranks 2 Tide of Blood passive. Ring of Mendeln, lucky hit chance affix replaced with summon skill damage. That's awesome. Oh, that's super cool. So Ring of Mendeln I thought was fantastic for that. That's the one that like all of your minions had a lucky hit chance or whatever to basically hit super hard once in a while. Now they're just going to get a flat damage increase on all summon skills. That means that Golem spec that my brother plays is going to be off the chain with Ring of Mendeln. Death Speaker Pendant is summon skill damage affix replaced with movement speed. Oh. Still cool. Whatever. Don't care. So now they're going to be even faster. So Necros have movement speed out the ass. They might be one of the fastest clearing builds in Diablo 4 now. They have four simultaneously usable movement speed bonus things that they can now use. That's kind of wild. Wither Legendary Paragon outscale capped at 1200 intelligence. I don't know what that means. Rogues. Maximum arrow storms increased from 5 to 7. Preparation. Every 75 energy you spend reduces your ultimate cooldown, blah, blah, blah. Now, every 75 energy, or spend 75 energy to reduce your ultimate cooldown by 5 seconds. Wait, what? 50% damage reduction. Okay, so it just added the damage reduction bonus. Why would these be typed in reverse order? These say the same thing. I'm going to read these both to you and see if you hear me say the same thing just in 2 different ways. Every 75 energy you spend reduces your ultimate skills cooldown by 5 seconds. Conversely, spend 75 energy to reduce your ultimate skills cooldown by 5 seconds. Awesome. Great. But yeah, now here's the only difference here is like using ultimate skill. Oh, hold on. Using an ultimate skill resets the cooldown of your other skills. Ultimate skills reset the cooldowns and grant 15% damage reduction for 8 seconds. Could we just say ultimate skills, cut out all the rest of this that nobody had to type, and just say that preparation now makes your ultimate skills grant, in addition to everything else, 15% damage reduction for 8 seconds. Yeah. Jill, please see me in my office at the end of your workday. We're gonna have to have a talk. Okay, great. Skills. Blade shift. What the hell is blade shift? I didn't know that was a skill. Quickly stab your victim and shift, allowing you to move freely through enemies. Oh, what? I didn't even know this was a thing. Unhindered allows you to move through enemies and prevents your movement speed from being lowered. Do builds use that? I didn't know that was an ability. Invigorating strike. That one I do know. Don't blame Jill. She's just reading the shorthand form. So wondering what the hell that sound was. I forgot Archer is cleaning himself right next to me. Invigorating strike. The damage is increased. Okay. Enhanced twisting blades. Return damage bonus increased from 30 to 35%. That's staggering. Ooh, wow. Shadow step damage is increased by 11%. Yippee. Who cares? These seem like minuscule changes. to something that really needed it. Weird. Enhanced Shadow Step. Damaging an enemy with Shadow Step increases your critical strike against them for 8 seconds. Damaging an enemy with Shadow Step dazes and applies vulnerable to them for 3 seconds. That's nice. I feel like that's pretty cool. Rogues have every single possible way to apply vulnerable to targets, and that's fine. I don't mind that at all. The critical strike chance for 8 seconds is kind of cool, but the vulnerable lasts for 3 seconds. And so you can just pile on them. Imagine if Jill was hindered by my lack of typing skills and my oversized fingers. That's probably what she's dealing with. That's probably what Secretary Jill is dealing with. That's going to be all of our characters in season 5 are going to be named Secretary Jill. We're going to start a movement. I'm changing the guild name from Pasta to Jill's Secretary. Discipline Shadow Step. Cooldown is reduced by 3 seconds when damaging an enemy and you do not hit with Shadow Step for the last 4 seconds. Damaging an enemy with Shadow Step stuns them for 2 seconds and reduces the cooldown. That's dope. That is awesome. Shadow Step Cheap Shot from World of Warcraft. Dash damage is increased. Who cares? Additional functionality are slowed. Is that not in one of the things? Right there. Discipline Dash. Okay. At the end of Dash, knock down surrounding enemies for 2 seconds and deal 350% of its damage to them. Never mind, they're trying to make Dash a viable skill to use and deal damage with, not just be mobile. And it increases your critical strike chance. Critical strike damage. Okay, that's cool. Dash has an additional charge, and its charge cooldown is reduced by 2 seconds. Probably going to go that one. Yeah, at the end, I would say Discipline Dash is cool and everything, but I would go Methodical if I'm playing a rogue again. I just like the zoomies. Flurry, lucky hit chances increase from 10 to 13%. Does that really, are we very, very timid with the rogue buffs right now? Maybe. Each time Flurry damages an enemy, the 10% chance of vulnerable 3 seconds and deals 1% increased damage for 5 seconds after hitting a vulnerable enemy up to a total of 50. Okay, so they just steamroll now as Flurry, so that's great. A lot of Flurry improvements here. Successful cast of Flurry increases damage by 15% and reduces energy cost by 10% up to 3 times. Wow. Flurry is going to be the brand new way to only play. Is that necessary? Improved Flurry. Deals damage to vulnerable targets. If it hits a vulnerable enemy, it'll make all enemies that are hit by the same cast vulnerable for 3 seconds. Casting Flurry dashes you to the target and heals you for your Yep, so rogues are going to be only Flurry now. That's pretty cool. Caltrop, critical strike damage bonus. I didn't even know that was super important to builds. Dark Shadow. Dark Shrouds. You can now only lose 1 every 1.5 seconds, so there's an ICD on losing Dark Shrouds, which is super cool. That's great for the rogue survivability. Enhanced. Grants you movement speed, again with the movement speed, and has a chance to not be consumed. Subverting. Only Flurry. I subscribe to that. That's your favorite build, too. It's because they're posted of Stone Cold in her cubicle? Yeah. She might enjoy the last part. Jesus Christ. Both exploit the rogue auto applies vulnerability when they hit Shadow Step. Seems bad. That's true, but there is a cooldown on exploit, if I'm not mistaken, main. There is, I believe, a cooldown with exploit. Or an internal cooldown. So I think it's like 8 seconds or something like that. So you can't only rely on it. I think there is. I'm going to check. I know you're at work right now. Well, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to check and see if there's an internal cooldown for it. Poison imbuement, poison duration, subverting smoke grenade. How much more is there? Jesus Christ. Oh my God, there's so many rogue changes. And I don't know much about rogue, so I'm going to sound like an idiot reading these. Am I skipping something? Dark Shroud, you only need to activate a bonus critical strike, and increase 10%. He's off working in the Mazda on the way home, I think. Oh, word. Stop texting then. Dude, I'm going to slap the shit out of your Viking-looking ass. You better not be texting and driving. That's 25% lucky chance, additional functionality for Smoke Grenade. So Smoke Grenade is looking like it's going to be like a whole thing. So Smoke Grenade Flurry, if that's somehow the way that you're going to like have both things, or if there's a way to have both of those active, it sounds like Smoke Grenade is dope. It's going to have a lot of new things to it. And Flurry is sounding pretty insane. Twisting Blades so far receives no love. Which sucks because that is the version that I wanted to play because it's fun. Poison duration increase for poison imbuement. Yep. And casting poison imbuement grants energy. Increased by 2 by... Okay. Chance to reset imbuements. Okay. That's cool. Pen shot, new functionality, deals increased damage for enemy it pierces. Didn't it already do that? I thought it did. Previously, penetrating shot dealt. Yeah, okay. Now, okay, so that makes sense. So they're deleting this. They got to do this in the way that WoW does stuff. Have you ever seen the way that WoW patch notes are? They put in red the things that are no longer there and in green the things that are changed, and they make it amazing looking. And it's, you read them and you're like, boom, I understand what's going on. That's amazing. It's a buff. You can tell immediately it's a buff because it's in green, or you can tell immediately it's a debuff because it's in red. And you're like, oh, this is great. They got to adopt that in these patch notes. I will do that for them for $180,000 a year. I will be their proofreader. Casting pen shot and hitting a boss or elite has a 25% chance to fire an additional shot for free. Oh, damn. So pen shot. That's... I didn't even like that version of Rogue, but I heard that was good. Rain of Arrows casting speed has been increased. That's good because the speed has been increased. Yeah, I think that's good. Lucky hit chance is increased. Cooldown is reduced. That's cool. Passives. Your evade cooldown is reduced when you daze an enemy. Trick attacks. Reduce it further. Still at work, just turn the volume off when a call comes in. Fair enough. Impetus. I'm pretty sure I use a gun called Impetus on PlanetSide 2. Impetus or what, I don't even know. Add a visual as it shows effects when ready. After moving 12 meters, your next non-basic attack. Oh, I see. After moving 15 meters, your next core or ultimate deals increased damage. Damage bonus remains. Your agility and subterfuge skills deal increased damage. I love that. Previously, you dealt 3% increased damage to vulnerable enemies. Now you deal 4% increased damage to vulnerable enemies. Dun dun. 1% increased damage increases your lucky hit chance and attack speed. Nice. So that's cool. Maximum stack potential of 5% with each skill rank. Second wind. Every 100% or every 100 energy that you spend, you get increased lucky hit chance for 5 seconds. Now it grants you 15% of your maximum life as a barrier. Okay, so rogues are tankier. I think you'd be hitting something dies. Pouring out for the little homie problems. Bruh. See, weapon mastery. Dagger damage to healthy enemies increase. Okay. Key passives. Victimize. Yes. Oh, in 2024, this is what we do. Explosion damage from Victimize has been increased by 50% to compensate for a bug fix detailed below. Legendary aspects. Damn, dude. There is way too many things to rogues. We're not even down to sorcerer yet. Can I just skip the rogue stuff? This is the least interesting changes I've seen so far, except for the flurry things and everything. I really want to cut corners here. This is going to be a 45-minute video, and it's now 2 hours long. I actually do need to get off here soon. If you've made it this far in the video, go read your own rogue stuff. This is extremely uninteresting so far. I say skip it. Yeah, I'm bored. Let's go. Sorcerer, crackling energy-based damage increased to 30%. That's nice, instead of 20%. Ice armor, max life base amount is increased. That's good. They needed the damage reduction from that, so that's fine. No longer gains increased shield based on damage. I didn't even know it did that. Charge bolts got a minor buff. Explosion damage increased by 25%. That's nice. Sork, yes. Rogue, no. I agree. Spark, excuse me. Oh, Spark is that like, bzz, that's just a basic skill. Nobody uses Spark. Blizzard, base damage is increased from 130% to 150%. Enhanced Blizzard damage to frozen enemies increased from 25% to 40%. Why they did this is beyond me, because Blizzard does absolutely no damage to begin with. All of their damage comes from ice spikes. This is concerning, but it's fine. They're trying to do something here. Hydra's damage has gone up, and Hydra's burning damage has gone up 40%. Inferno base damage has been increased, which is kind of cool. Flickering Arc Lash. Previously, you gained the movement speed. Now, Arc Lash grants you mana if your swipe hits at least one enemy. Ooh. Ooh. When you hit 3 or more enemies or a boss, your next swipe also deals more damage. So Arc Lash is getting a gigantic buff. That's cool. I hate it. Chain Lightning. Now tracks how many Chain Lightnings are out. Okay, Greater Chain Lightning. It used to bounce, dealing increased damage by 5% for its duration, but now it deals 10% up to a cap of 30. So it's going to get the increases much higher, and it's going to cap at 30. That's fine. Chain Lightning Enchantment now has a 4-second cooldown. That's stupid. No longer tracks mana or sends out Chain Lightnings if the instance of mana drain is also from an autocast skill. That's kind of annoying. The now has a 4-second cooldown. I'd rather it had no cooldown so you can just giga spam Chain Lightnings. I think that's the one change out of all of this that I'm like, wait, what? Aren't we supposed to be making this viable? Ice Armor Max isn't that, hold on. Do I need to go to a doctor? Jill? Hey, Jill. This is the last straw. This is the last straw. Okay. If I see another one of these, you're done. I'm going to go hire a monkey at this point. If I see another one of these, I'm hiring a monkey. Okay? Okay. Great. Thanks. Boop, boop, boop. After those rogue notes, they had to make the sword look more stacked. Yeah, so we've got 2 buffs to Ice Armor. So you're telling me that Ice Armor is 80% better now instead of 40%. Jesus Christ. Flame Shield cooldown begins when the invulnerability ends. I'm going to be completely TBH honest with you. I thought that was natural. I thought it was already that way. In fact, I'm pretty sure it is. Lightning Spear spawns additional Lightning Spear, increases their critical strike chance by 15%, which is awesome because that increased critical strike chance means it's going to stun more often. Wizard's Blizzard. While Blizzard is active, your core skills cost less mana. While Blizzard is active, you gain mana regen for every 20 maximum mana. No one uses Wizard's Blizzard. No one. No one. If you look at a take rate on that ability, not a single goddamn Blizzard build in the entire game uses Wizard Blizzard. Fire Shield CD always started after the shield went up, not at the end. Oh, okay. Interesting. That's good to know. Get the cooldown and have permanent uptime, which is why the highest pit clears are a sorcerer. Oh, and you guys know that because of the invulnerable or whatever, the immortal fire sork. Okay, I'm on board. I understand now. Thank you, guys. Cooldown on teleport increased to 14 seconds, but the base damage is increased. We need the damage increase on teleport. Oh my god, we definitely need the damage increase on teleport. Convulsions. Stun chance increased. That's awesome. Crippling Flames. Immobilize chance increased. That's actually very good for Firewall build. Snap Freeze. God damn it, I'm playing a sorcerer again. Snap Freeze. Freeze chance increased. Okay. Static Discharge. Crackling Energy increased. Chance to spawn by 1%. Awesome. Damage for each rank is increased by 10%. Shocking Impact. That's awesome. You can just say by 10%, or I guess it's not by 10%. It's from 40% to 50%. Okay, that's cool. Combustion. Base burning damage increased from 20 to 40%. Ooh, leveling up as Firewall is going to be real nice now. That's good. Veer's Mastery is close enemies take increased damage from your shock skills. Oh, that's back. That's previous. When you critically strike with the shock skill, you become charged. Take less damage. That's a big deal. So 25% damage reduction permanently, basically. While charged, critical strikes have a 10% chance to cause the enemy to arc as lightning damage to another nearby. Oh. Or if there are no other targets, you hit them again for 250% of the damage. You can keep the 4-second cooldown on Chain Lightning. You may keep the 4-second cooldown on the Chain Lightning enchantment. That is okay. I'm all right with that now. I see what we're doing here. Okay. Legendary aspects. Movement speed increased. Yep. Aspect of efficiency. Mana cost reduction is increased up to 50%. Good lord. Engulfing Flames. Burning damage below 50% is also increased by 30 to 45. So that's almost double. That's pretty cool. Abundant energy is crackling energy has a chance to chain to an additional enemy. Deal increased damage and chain to additional enemy. Okay, cool. I was like, I don't think crackling energy did a whole lot of damage, if I'm being honest. It was there for like your mana regen and stuff. Aspect of splintering energy is critical hits with lightning spear cause lightning to arc from it, dealing X damage to a target up to 5 other enemies. This damage increased by your critical strike damage bonus. That's kind of cool. Dude, lightning is making a huge comeback. Binding Embers, Flame Shield lets you move unhindered. Yeah. Flame Shield grants you unhindered for its duration. Okay. Enemies you move through are immobilized. Enemies you move through are mobilized. So previously, Flame Shield let you move unhindered through enemies, and when you move through enemies while it's active, they're immobilized. Now, instead of letting you move unhindered for its duration and immobilizing enemies that you run through, instead of that, it's going to let you move unhindered for its durations, and the enemies that you move through are going to be immobilized. So in case you missed it, that one I'm saving so I can post that on Twitter and at Diablo. This isn't a change. That reads the fucking same. It's the same sentence twice. That was copy-pasted. I'm impressed. At this point, I don't know what to think, dude. That worries me so much. Aspect of the Frozen Wake. Ice Spike damage is increased. Whoa! Holy shit. Ice Spike damage increased 60 to 80% to 80 to 100%, and now 15% extra damage to Ice Spike instead of the 15% extra chill. Well, now, that's huge. Frozen Tundra, Ice Spike damage increased by a ton more. So you're buffing Ice Spiked Blizzard? Glacial Aspect now is a 15% extra chill with Ice Spike instead of 15% damage. Makes sense. All right, never mind. We're back in line. Cool. Okay. That's cool, though, because the chill was... All right. Burning Instinct, Critical Strike, bonus damage reduce. Now caps at 40%. Oh, okay. Whatever. That's okay. Knew I was going to be playing Blizzard. Well, I thought I was going to. Yeah, Jill's fired. That was the last straw there. Yep. I had to copy-paste that one to myself. Because I'm going to definitely post that one. That's Jill's fired. Element Summoner now caps. So they're capping a bunch of stuff in the Paragon board, which is fine, but I wonder why. I've never looked at stuff in the Paragon board and went, huh, I should probably get capped like right here, huh, man? Or maybe they're doing it so that you don't have to Giga Slam down on one stat line from... That's got to be the reasoning. That has to be the reasoning. They're making it so you don't have to like Ultra Slam down on damage to distant or damage to close. Funnily enough, you're still going to slam down on damage to distant and damage to close because that's what you need. Why cap it? Hold on. Yeah, I'm confused. Whatever. I don't know. It's cool. They've got their reasoning. We'll see in the actual application of the game as time goes on. Icefall, damage from frost skills increased from 18%, or from 15% to 18%. That's tiny. Seemingly. It's probably not. Unleash Glyph, increase mana generation from 7% to 25%. That's a big difference. And then increase the damage bonus from 7 to 8%. So that's cool, but the Unleash part, like the 25% mana regen, big deal. Tempering updates. Barbarian innovation. Endgame bosses. Helltide changes. Loot rewards. UI, miscellaneous stuff. Okay, and a bunch of bug fixes and things. And there's a myriad of bug fixes that they've been doing recently too. So that pretty much summarizes this. Listen, Noodle Gang, thank you guys for hanging out with me today. This was 4 times longer than I expected it to be because that was an entire read. I did not know it was going to take that long to read all the patch notes. All said and done, I'm going to be honest. I'm very excited for this season. There's a lot of things that are different. I think there's a lot of build viability that's going to open up and unlock for a lot of different classes, at least until metas get re-nailed down like they do every single season. But I'm okay with that. It sounds like Chain Lightning is going to be the thing that I end up playing, that Jexer ends up playing, that Dawn ends up playing, Charles ends up playing, Melsh ends up playing, my brother ends up playing, Maine ends up playing. I mean... really, Chain Lightning is just sounding super cool. The rest of the build changes are also sounding really good, though. So I'm excited for another fresh take on the world of Sanctuary. I'm curious to know what this like extended quest line is at the end of the actual one. Maybe we all have to replay the story again. It was just slow read because you had to decipher Jill's transcriptions and a bunch of stone devs. Literally though. Literally though. Excited to play Flurry Rogue again? Yeah, Flurry's looking fire. Fire Sorcerer is looking good. Meteor Sorcerer is looking good. Chain Lightning's looking good. It looks like Blizzard Ice Spike got a good nudge in the right direction. Overall, that was a net bonus instead of a net neutral. Yeah, I would say everything is looking gooder. Whirlwind Barbarian is looking stonks still. Yeah, it's pretty sweet, man. I'm excited. But if you made it this far through the video, then wow, you've got some resolve to put up with me for this long. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. You should probably like and subscribe if you haven't already, especially if you just spent almost 2 hours watching my dumb ass. And then do me a favor, the next video is going to be recommended by YouTube, hopefully naturally. I don't know if it actually is going to pop up on the screen because this is just a live that's now converting to a video. I love all of you people in the Noodle Gang. If you need anything, hit me up in Discord. I will be around this evening instead of a square. And with that, I bid you adieu. Happy grinding, travelers, and we'll see you in Sanctuary. That's what I normally do, but I had to unpaint my nails because of some things going on. All right, love you all. I'll see you later. Mwah. Thank you again, Jexer. Shout out to our sponsors for this stream, Jexer, the man himself. I am now going to go buy the expansion. Thanks, man. I love you guys. Have a good night. Peace.